Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the difference between the extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid. So what is extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid? The fluid which is present outside of the cell, it is nothing but it is our extracellular fluid, and the fluid which is present inside the cell, right? It is known as intracellular fluid. Now there is some difference, and this difference is concerned about the constituents of the cellular fluid, right? We know that sodium is also present out here and inside the cell. Potassium is also present in intracellular and extracellular, but the amount of this all the ions is different, right? So sodium is 142 milliequilibrium per liter in extracellular fluid, while 10 milliequilibrium per liter is in intracellular fluid, right? As well, potassium is for here 140. So we have to remember that sodium is more in extracellular fluid while potassium is more in intracellular fluid. Okay. Now calcium is more in extracellular fluid. Calcium chloride and bicarbonate, these three things are more in extracellular fluid, right? Calcium, chloride and bicarbonate. But you have to remember that phosphate is more, which is about 75 milliequilibrium per liter in intracellular fluid. Another thing, where the glucose is more? Glucose is more in extracellular fluid because it is 90 milligram per deciliter, while in intracellular fluid it is about 20 milligram per deciliter. Now proteins are more in intracellular. Why? Because protein synthesis is occur inside the cell, so obviously there is going to be a more amount of the protein in intracellular fluid. Now what you have to remember, that what is the pH difference? You can see here that extracellular fluid pH is about 7.4 and it is 7. So the pH is more in case of extracellular fluid. You can see here that the difference between the osmolarity is not so much. 282 milliosmol per liter in outside, and in inside it is 281. There is only a one difference, right? Now what are the major cation? I have tell you that sodium is more, which is about 142 in extracellular fluid. So major cation is sodium, while in the intracellular fluid I have tell you that potassium is 140. So major cation is potassium. Major anion is chloride because 103, and major anion inside the cell I have tell you it is the phosphate. Now what is the buffer? In extracellular fluid the buffer is bicarbonate. In the extracellular fluid, intracellular fluid, it is a protein. So this is what a basic of extracellular fluid versus intracellular fluid, and most of the questions in the Neet PG or INICAT or other central institute exams are comes from here. So this is what you need to understand as far as the difference is concerned. Thank you.